Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Gift Warieta. I'm happy to have you join me today in my YouTube channel where I'll be doing a little demo on an application built with Microsoft Power Platform called the eMemo application. So basically, this eMemo application is an application built to reduce the use of paper and manual processes that are usually involved in initiating, reviewing, and approving memos within the organization. So, we want to leverage on our existing Microsoft 365 license to build an application for us. Okay. So this is the application that we are going to be building, the application that we built, and I'm going to be telling you a demo on it. So to make this seamless, so I've opened this application with different user access for easy demonstration. Okay, so first and foremost, this application has a simple UI UX interface for users to easily navigate within sections. The first thing we have is the settings. So in setting, a user has the ability to change theme from default to modified theme. Okay, so depending on your choice, you also have opportunity to exit. So you can cancel or you log out. Okay, so we have two major sections. We have the submit a memo section, and we also have an approve memo section. Okay, so the submit memo section is where the user would have the opportunity to initiate a memo, and you can only see the memos that you have initiated from your own end. Then the approve memo gives you an opportunity to see memos that you have either approved or rejected. So let's just make this fast and simple, okay? Submit a memo. So before we dive deeply in, I want to just quickly illustrate certain aspects of this application. So when you look at this application, it has different components. The first component that you can easily see, you have the ability to do a filter using a search box or using your drop-down list. So in the drop-down list, you can choose any of the status you want to filter by. So if you go to reject currently, we do not have any. We have approved. Okay, we could also check pending approval with the manager. Do we have pending with HOD? We currently do not have. Okay, so we can view all. We can also select using the search box. So I'm going to just say XYZ. So you get that easily. Can do games. Okay. Now I'll be telling you briefly about some other components of the gallery. So if we take a look at this gallery, you have a check box cycle, which is in green in color. So this check badge tells you that an action has been taken, a positive action. Then when you see the information sign, the I badge, that tells you no action has been taken yet. And in some cases, you might also see the cancel badge. So that cancel badge simply means the action that was taken was a reject. So you can see the testing memo. Okay, so in the testing memo, you can see the time it was initiated. This was initiated in March around 10:45 p.m. and all the actions, all the approval down to the final approval by the HOD was concluded around 11 p.m. Okay, so you can also see the processing day. So this helps you to know how long it takes for your memo to be fully approved from the very point when you from the very point when you initiate the process. Then you could also view. So if I want to view the detail, this detail, all I need to do is to click on this arrow. So this gives me more details about this memo. Okay, so you can do that all across. So you can see this particular memo, you can see the signature and so on. So we're going to be demonstrating how from start to finish, how you initiate, how you review your demo, your memo, and how it's been approved. So I want to initiate a new one. So all I need to do is to click on this box to bring me back to the original view that we saw when we first came on board. Okay, so I already have a sample memo that I want us to make use of so that we can be fast. Yeah. So I could do some spelling corrections, resolicitate, and also at this point, I want to just quickly edit. So we're done with that. So the next thing to do is to set who are to approve. So for the manager, I'm going to ask Miriam to approve. So Miriam is approving, then Isaiah is going to approve. So Isaiah is approving as the HOD. Then for signature, so the e-signature, you have two options: ability to upload an already saved e-signature, soft copy, or you could sign digitally. Okay, so for the purpose of this particular demonstration, let me make use of the digital signature. So you could also choose the size, you could choose the color. Let me say I want to make use of red. So you could sign and you could cancel in case you made a mistake. So pardon my signature. Okay, so this is just for demo purpose. So I'll submit the memo. So once the memo is submitted, as an initiator, you have opportunity to be able to monitor your memo. So that different format. First method is by maximizing the use of your application. So from your application, when you go to the submit memo section, you can be able to see what has happened. So you can see this, what we just submitted now. This is the title, and you can also see the request time, 8:16 p.m. You can see here that it's still pending approval. So you can't do anything further to it. So this is it. So this was the content of the memo, sample memo information. The manager is Miriam, HOD is Isaiah. So this is the signature of the employee or the initiator. So there've been no approvals yet. So that's why you can't see any of this information. So the next person that actually ought to sign this information is the manager. So the manager is going to get a notification telling her that she needs to take an action to either approve or reject a memo that was sent to her. So I'll go to, so this is the email box of the initiator. So the initiator gets a customized email telling him the status. So we can see that currently the memo is awaiting the manager's approval. So let's go check the manager. So the manager actually got an email telling her that she should kindly do the needful because it's pending for approval. So in this email, I've embedded a deep link capability. So the deep link capability enables you to be able to connect your application right from your email to the specific item that you want to see. So before I click the take action now, I want to show you the memo application itself. So when I go to the approve memo. So let me just, okay. So we have it here. So this was the memo that actually needs Miriam's to approve. So all Miriam needs to do is basically just to either upload e-signature or sign digitally, and she also needs to put a comment. So earlier on, I said you could also make use of this. So let's assume you want to go through the route of your email. So notice the difference. So once you're here, you see other items pending approval from Miriam. But when we go to use the take action button, it just opened the application and redirecting Miriam to the specific item that was sent to her. So this is called deep. This is called deep linking. Okay, so I could just sign right now. So I'm going to just make use of upload. So let me make use of the upload capability to have uploaded. Good to go. So approve. Now, notice what happens. So I've approved it from this end. So even if I come to the main application, so even if I come to the main application and just refresh, so you can see right now that the manager has approved. That's why it's a green check badge. So it's pending action with the HOD. So as at this point, the manager can no longer take any action. So she's done with action. So we expect we expect the initiator to actually get an email, which you've seen, telling him or her the status. So right now he knows that this particular tax is pending approval of the HUD that needs to approve this work. Okay, so this is just a customized a customized email. So if we go back to the application and we refresh this application, the initiator can be able to see the status. So he already knows it's pending with HOD in addition to the email. Okay, so this is the HOD. So the HOD gets that customized information. I can also make use of deep linking. So this time around, instead of making of deep linking, I'll just make use of the application itself. So in making use of the application, all I need to do is just to go to the approved memo. Now, do not forget, any of the user has the ability to customize their own application, to get that fee they want. I could change the theme. So it depends on your choice. So you're at liberty to do what you want. So I go to the approve memo. Okay, so it's up, it has refreshed. So every time you do that, there's a refresh trigger that is being stimulated. So now, because I need to take an action, that's why I have this information here showcasing for me so that I know I'm to fill in this information. So if you take a look at this approval comments, so you could see some of the, so if you see, so you see the approval, you see the signature of the initiator, the approval comment, which we put earlier on by the manager, was good to go. And we can also see the signature. However, the HOD does not have any signature. So to just make our work simple, I could also drag signature into this part. So let me just drag. So whichever method, whether you want to drag it or you want to directly click and upload, or you want to switch digitally, is fine. So I'm going to approve. This is fantastic. Okay, so that's just my comment and I'll approve. So remember, at every action you take, the initiator gets a real-time update. So the essence of this is actually to eliminate the back and forth you have when you're carrying a paper from one office to another. So even at the comfort of the user's house, he or she can be able to approve or even initiate a task. You don't need to be in the office looking for who is going to sign. With this method, you're able to even conserve the environment. You promote a healthy environment. You're able to save cost, and it's quite efficient. Remember, all you're doing is basically leveraging on your already existing Microsoft 365 license. So you can see this is fully approved. Okay, so since it's fully approved, you already have all the signature. You can see the HOD's approval comment. This is fantastic. So you see all the signature. So it means everything has been completed. But is this all that needs to be done? No. We expect that at the end of the day, a memo, which is going to be in form of soft copy, is going to be made available to the initiator of the memo and also to as many that approved the memo. So I'm just going to take us back to this. So let me just refresh. So the initiator can easily monitor and see what has been done. You can see. And we can also check. So we can also check the email. So we look at email. We just got 2 emails now. So the first email told us that our memo has been fully approved. Okay, and the next email is sent a customized email to the initiator and also to the 2 individuals that approved the memo, telling them that this memo is ready for necessary action. So I'll just quickly read the content of the memo. It says, kindly note that the memo with title Request for Executive Approval to Renew Contract with Maxitis has been finally approved for necessary action. Find attached the signed as document. So the document has already been signed. Amazing. So let's take a look at the PDF. So you can see this is the PDF. So the PDF format of your memo, depending on the standard memo template you use in your own organization. So for this sample organization, which is the Gift Bank PLC, we have it in this layout. So one beautiful thing about this is you have the opportunity to even see the signature. So you have the soft copy, your turnaround time is solved. You do not have any issue. Okay, so this is amazing. This is fantastic. So and so beautiful. Okay, so I hope you've been able to learn one or two things on how you could leverage this technology, your low code, no code, to build something amazing. Okay. So let's take a look at what happens when we have a request rejected. So I'm going to create another request. So I'll just put something simple. I love fruits. Okay, so just make it as simple as possible. Fruits are good. Okay, so this is just a test memo detail. Okay, so the same thing, let's just make use of some of the people we already have. So let's make use of Miriam again. and Isaiah. Okay. Permit me to do the digital signature. Please submit. Okay, so this has been submitted. The page will refresh. So as usual, you see, I love fruits. So you can see I love fruits. Okay, so we expect Miriam being the manager to get the information. So Miriam is not going to submit because our task here is to approve. So just refresh. So this is it. So this time around, I want to reject it. So this is rejected for demo purpose. Okay, so when I reject it, so what happens? Okay, so this has been rejected. So as you're familiar already with this application, you also get an email notification. So you get notified either via an email or you get in the application. So another thing that I've done in this application is that I embedded the mobile notification. So if you're making use of the Power Apps mobile app, you also get a screen notification that tells you, give you details about actions that needs to be taken. Okay, so this has been rejected. So you can see it has changed. So now you notice what we have. You have the opportunity. So let's take a look at the email that comes. So the first email we got, as a then was, it's awaiting manager. And after manager took an action, it now tells you that this memo has been rejected. Kindly check the memo request app to ascertain why it was rejected. So we're already checking it. So the essence is for you to look at the comment. So the comment we see here is, this is rejected for demo purpose. So when you see the reject, so because it's now a reject, you have the opportunity to redo and you start up the process over, you submit, and everyone gets the notification. So thank you so much. I hope you're able to learn one or two things from this application. Thank you. So once again, please, before I go, do not forget, please, to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Bye-bye.